BCAAs. Let's go. Okay, so you and I need to talk because Titan Fitness just came out with a reverse hyper, and really this is one of their biggest, I would say, like machine strength equipment that they've come out that's a competitor to some things that have already come out. Okay, first let me break it down for you. Number one, Louis Simmons and Westside Barbell.
He is the last samurai weightlifting.
Are the creator of the reverse hyper. In fact, they have patents, they have trademarks on the name, they have all these different things. You can find them on Google patents, other places. They're the ones that have created and basically came up with this idea for the reverse hyper. Okay, if you haven't used reverse hyper, I wouldn't be surprised because there's a lot of people out there that haven't, but basically the idea behind the reverse hyper is it helps provide traction and basically allow blood to pump into your lower back through like basically the opening and closing of your posterior chain. Okay, it works great. Okay, now is it like evidence-based practice that it's extremely like effective? Well, I don't know, but in my use, in my experience, I love it, okay? So I often recommend them. That said, only a few companies are actually able to produce the reverse hyper in the US, okay? Those companies, Westside Barbell, also Dynamic Strength used to make them. I think Legend Fitness made them at one time. Westside Barbell Company now makes them, and Rogue Fitness. Now there's a few others like Sorinex and Powerlift that have basically combined the reverse hyper with the glute ham raise. So every other reverse hyper at the minimum is pretty much at least $1,000 when you factor in shipping, okay? The Rogue reverse hyper, the RH1, which is the one that I have, the one that I most often recommend, is about $1,000, maybe a little bit less when you factor in shipping. That's a big, expensive piece of equipment for kind of, you know, one sole purpose. Yeah, you can combine some versatility in there, but really it's just going to be used for one thing, okay? Well, Titan Fitness coming out with this is kind of a big deal because one, they're not, you know, any sort of affiliation with Westside Barbell. In fact, Westside Barbell sent me a message after I'd asked them if they had any response and basically said, you know, if you want a real reverse hyper, come with us. And they sent me a message back that said they've only gone around the trademark. They didn't say anything about the patent. They also commented on Titan Fitness post about the reverse hyper with an emoji that basically looks like this. So read that for what it is. Okay, so this whole idea of Titan coming out with this reverse hyper is really interesting. But I have a question for you. Let me know in the comment section below. But should the consumer, you and I, have any care or worry about one company copying the design of another company? Should that even matter to the normal consumer, or should they only be worried about quality and price and features and all those other attributes, those physical attributes that we see? Does, you know, the things that go on in the background, the lawsuits, the, you know, all that sort of stuff, does that even matter? Okay, and I think that will provide a basis for whether you will be interested in this product or not. I mean, this kind of breaks a big standard, and this Titan basically shooting across the bow of a lot of these companies and saying, it doesn't matter what you produce, we don't care, we're going to come out with our version of it. It may look exactly alike. In fact, Bill Henniger commented on my Instagram when I posted the picture and he said, great design work, which is pretty funny. Bill Henniger is the owner of Rogue. So it's obvious that these other companies have taken notice and really aren't liking what, you know, Titan's doing. But what do you think about it? Are you interested in a $600 Titan reverse hyper that looks pretty much exactly like the Rogue Z hyper at a much lower price point? Granted, it's not as pretty, it's not going to have as good of welds, it's probably not going to be as smooth, the geometry may be a little off, I have no idea, I haven't used it, the pad's probably not going to be as strong, but is it worth it to you to spend that extra dollars for the Rogue version? I'm curious to find out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the new reverse hyper from Titan if you're willing to pick it up. I'll put a link in the bio for more information that you can check out on that Titan hyper. But in my opinion, I'm going to continue to use the Rogue reverse hyper. It's great. I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, it's expensive, but is it that much more expensive than Titan's? Not really. And I've never had an issue with it, okay? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We'll see you next time. Peace. Also, you may be noticing there is a rack behind me. This is a new squat rack I have in my garage gym. I also have another one over there. You may be thinking, what is that squat rack you have in your garage gym, Coop? I'm going to show you here in just a little bit. See ya.
That last song did, she said goodbye. Well, Lord, I thought I would cry. She do me, she do you, she's got that kind of loving. Lord, I love to hear when she calls me sweet daddy. Such a beautiful